Money, make sure you get a money record. I can't see you guys because I can't actually talk to me. It's pretty hard to talk to me. Play the rap. Play the rap. Before you wipe your butt, wipe back. Never to the back. Never right. Give me your money. Give me your money. Ice cream, whatever that shit is. Right?
I don't care about their comfort. I don't care about their comfort.
Egg will always hurt me. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You know. Never get a sponsorship from them. Never get a sponsorship from them because fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. You guys want to hear me speak another word for the whole stream.
We are getting set up, so we're still doing the do, folks. Make sure I got all the stuff that I'm
Fuck. You know what dirt smells? You know what dirt smells like? I've been waiting. Oh, this is how you make me feel. Then your mom, in front of the Hoover Dam, this bird is gonna squirt all over me. I'm not good, I'm the best. Oh, I'm not good, I'm the best. I was on Iron Chef. Fuck Bobby Flay.
It takes a lot to make a stew.
Money, make sure you get a money record. I can't see you guys because I can't actually talk to me. It's pretty hard to talk to me. Play the rap. Play the rap. Before you wipe your butt, wipe back. Never to the back. Never right. Give me your money. Give me your money. Ice cream, whatever that shit is. Right?
I don't care about their comfort. I don't care about their comfort.
Egg will always hurt me. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You know. Never get a sponsorship from them. Never get a sponsorship from them because fuck you guys. Fuck you guys. You guys want to hear me speak another word for the whole stream.
All right.
We are Fuck. You know what dirt smells?
To another episode of Cooking with Uber Stuff. I'm still coming up with a name, guys. I'm having a hard time finding a name for this cooking show. I mean, it needs to make sense, right? It needs to do the do. It needs to make me feel good and make you guys feel good too. You know what I mean? Oh, why does she look so sad? That's not the, there we go. I was like, she looks so sad to me. All right, so we're here with another episode of Cooking with Uber Stuff, or Cooking with me. So there's a lot of really bad news that just happened today. Not with me, just worldwide development stuff. There's something I really wanted to cook, but I think I'm gonna have to try to push for that tomorrow because I already had plans to cook stuff today specifically. And again, a big part of this whole cooking channel and everything is, one, to have fun and cooking whatever the fuck I want, but two, showing you guys techniques that are eventually going to save you some money. What's up, Harky? How you doing? How you doing? And TikTok is encouraging me to tell you guys to encourage you to share my shit. TikTokers. But anyways, like I said, a lot of this stuff is to show you guys like how to like spread out that dollar. And I just realized there's a very, very key ingredient on that needs to be spread, and I left downstairs. I kind of need to get that like pretty soon into this stream. So I'm gonna grab that here in a bit. But before we do that, guys, what are we cooking today? Well, as the title says, wherever the title may be for you guys, wherever you're watching, Katsu Sandooooo. So you guys know what katsu is? Katsu is a fried, usually pork cutlet, and pork is what we are using today. I got these nice thick boys, so slappy, just want to all over that. But I was also really discouraged with like grocery store prices today. Guys, I went to a grocery store today, and it cost me $2. Doesn't sound like a lot of money, but guess what I bought? $2 for one fucking bunch of cilantro. What is that? What's going on? What is going on with the world? You know, it's like, fucking cilantro. I mean, curly parsley maybe, but cilantro, what the fuck? Ugh! I had an aneurysm when I rang it in. I was like, I don't even want to buy this anymore. But it's like, I need it for din because I made some pozole for dinner today. Pozole was fucking awesome tonight. I'm just putting it out there. It was great. But fuck, like it's times like that where I'm like, okay, I gotta show you guys. I gotta teach you guys how to like spread out these ingredients a lot more, right? So, but the one ingredient that is absolutely needed for this recipe to actually like really be tasty and for everything to kind of work chemically is the almighty, drum roll please, egg. And I left them all downstairs, but I'm going to show you guys a trick on how to really stretch that egg out. All right, so let me go grab that egg really fast, and we'll go from there. I'm going for speed. Why is everything polar opposites of this? That makes no sense. Oh, I'm back, and I just realized, god damn it. You know, another thing, you know what, let me see if I have anything else up here that'll substitute. I should. Let me see. Do I have anything else up here that'll substitute for it? Okay, so this is definitely fucking needed. Do I have it? Okay, I do. I do have something else that'll substitute. Okay, we're safe. We're safe. I was gonna say, guys, I forgot the fucking flour. How you doing, monkey? But I did. We're fine. We're fine. How you doing, Zara? How are you doing? You get to see me in one of these kitchen streams in my actual studio at home instead of at the restaurant. So it's a totally different vibe than what we do. It's a lot more intimate, a lot more one-on-one, except I don't know how many people are watching. I purposely make sure that I do not have any number counters on how many people are watching for these streams, because the moment I look and I only see one person watching, I'm just like, oh, why do I even try? But I don't do that, so don't be worried, don't be scared. All right, so first things first, guys, what we are going to do is we are going to start off with our sauce. We are gonna make a katsu sauce, right? Bruh. So first things first, let's go ahead and we have this all hooked up. Now this is the last thing of gas that I have in the tank right here. And I did not stress test my, my cooker. So we're gonna see. We're gonna make this go the distance. Yeah, bro said sus. No, did I say sus? I don't know if I said sus. I didn't mean to say sus. It makes me go, oh man. Anyways, so what we are going to do, we are going to grab our ingredients from our pantry. We're gonna definitely need that, but first things first, we need to grab our soy. We need to grab our mirin, right? Fuck you, pot. All right, we are gonna grab a bit of sugar, some dried shrooms. And we should also have some hondashi down here, I believe, in my little spice rack, a little spice bin. Do I have any hondashi? If not, it's not the end of the world. You know what? We don't have any of that, but we do have some gelatin, and gelatin is gonna make it very, very nice, very sexy and sensuous. But we have cornstarch, so I guess we don't really need gelatin, right? Fuck it. We don't need the gelatin. We don't need it, right? So we got this, and I do got like this tiny, tiny bit of this, you know, sashimi grade soy sauce. We're just gonna go ahead and use it. It's like, I'm not gonna use that much in there, right? So we are good for that. And to add a little bit of extra tang, we're gonna add some of this actual ponzu and some agave syrup. Guys, this looks like it's a lot of ingredients, but this sauce, once you put everything in, it's fairly shelf-stable, and it's tasty sauce, right? You can use it for teriyaki if you want. Don't do it. Teriyaki's stupid. I'm putting it out there. Teriyaki, you know, is like the broccoli beef of Japanese food, right? It's so incredibly generalized, right? So what we're gonna do is we are going to add our shoyu or soy sauce. I'm just gonna add all this stuff in, put it inside, and we are going to actually switch scenes so you guys get some bird's eye action. We're gonna add all of that soy sauce, and we're gonna add some more regular soy sauce. The only difference between the two is during the aging process between the two soy sauces, one is much more controlled than the other. So this high grade shit is highly controlled. This other grade stuff, it's still really good soy sauce. This is probably the best brand of kikkoman that you can get, but it's still not like stupid sashimi grade, right? We are going to add some ponzu, which is even more shoyu, but with some yuzu in there, a little bit of acid, and we're going to add some mirin, which is some extra acid. We are doing some Katsu sandoos today, pork sandwiches, right? Some mirin, about that much. We're going to go ahead and add some agave syrup. It's going to be our sweetness, a little bit of thickener in there. And before we even like turn on the heat, mainly because I am dealing with low heat, we are going to just taste this base first, just to see where we're at. Now, once we add the heat, it will change chemically, so it'll actually end up a little bit more bitter, I could say. Thank you so much, Mason, for the follow. All right. So, Brawl Stars, maybe tonight. We'll see. We'll see. That can use some salt. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Marito, for the follow. All right, we're gonna add some salt to this. Now, you're probably thinking, why are you adding salt when there's so much soy sauce? Soy sauce is not, there's sodium, but salt is different, right? It does have sodium in there, but you know. And we're gonna round out with some of that umami with some of these dried shrooms that we're gonna do. And we're actually going to put in our onions and some garlic powder in here too. What the garlic powder is gonna do is make it super tasty, like all garlic is, right? That's about a tablespoon. I know it looks a lot more, but trust me, it's only about a tablespoon. And we are gonna chop up this onion. Crap. We're done with these shrooms. We don't need too much because these are dried shrooms I do at home. A little bit goes a long way. There's shiitakes, there's maitakes, matsutakes. There's a lot of really good shrooms in here. Oysters, all that, right? Put that in there. And I gotta do laundry, so all my kitchen towels are actually dirty right now. So that's all Gucci, all Gucci. And we don't need the sugar, I guess, either. And we don't need any of that. We are gonna add a little bit of water to this. This is going to help it, the blooming process. So just a little bit. And blooming is just, I guess you could say it's like rounding out the flavors, right? We are going to cut up our veg. Do 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 do. All right, and with the onion, I'm not going to be very like particulate to this. I am going to save these because I'm going to dehydrate them. So let me grab a container, like so. Pa! We are going to do just a rough slice on these. All right, take off our skins, and the skins we're going to dehydrate. That extra layer we're also going to dehydrate so we can use it. Essentially what I do, guys, I'm going to show you guys too, is to make your own like stock, dry stock, much like how like ramen is, but with just the powder of stuff of the what we're doing. So Toucher, we are cooking Katsu Sandoos. Katsu Sandooooo. All right, so we are going to put this off over here. Now, like I said, we are going to like so. We don't need this garlic powder anymore. Get that out of the way. The soy sauce we can also get out of the way. All right, and we're gonna put these in. And I am gonna do a whole onion because I also like to use the onion for garnishes for other items. So through osmosis, this is also why I added the salt. It will help the flavor of the soy sauce and everything go into the onion and vice versa. Salt helps activate that a lot more aggressively, which is Gucci. How are you doing, Liam? All right, so grab my chopsticks. Now we are going to go ahead and turn on the heat. And we do have some chili flakes. We're just gonna add a little bit of chili flake in here. Not our chili oil, just some chili flakes. So the chili flakes are a little bit more aggressive than the oil. And on top of that, there's no fat in it. And I don't really want any fat in it, right? Not at this stage, because we are literally deep frying our pork. There's plenty of fat to be had. And we also gotta put some mayo up in that bitch. And we're gonna honestly add some chili crunch to it, because chili crunch makes everything fucking tasty, right? Oh, I understand for sure, Liam. I'm just happy that you were able to come in, right? And all we're gonna do with this is we're going to bring it to a boil. And once it's at a boil, we're gonna strain, right? So let me grab a little colander, right? And this is gonna hit a boil really fast because the pot I'm using is made for sauces. Like so. Let him cook! If I'm correct, you should be able, either it's 100 bits for a cheers, it'll actually do that, or it is, there's something else. Either 100 bits or 100 channel points. It'll do that on Twitch. All right, have a good night, Liam. So we're starting to get that nice simmer on the outside, which is good. All right. So we are, like I said, we're just trying to infuse as much of this onion flavor and mushroom flavor as possible. And then we're gonna thicken it, right? So, turn this off because I don't wanna waste as much gas as possible. Put them in there. I know that seems really short, but there's a step that we have to take first to thicken this sauce, and then we will let everything steep after it thickens, right? So what we're gonna do is add this back in. And then we are going to make a slurry, a little cornstarch slurry, right? So turn this back up, bring that to a boil. We got some cornstarch, we're gonna put this in a cup. And we're gonna add a little bit of water to it. So it's only gonna be like that much, like 2 teaspoons worth with this much liquid. We don't need too much, right? Add a little bit of water to this. Not too much water. You know, you got this nice milky liquid right there. Stir it up really well. Make sure there's no clumps. Get on all the crevasses. And now that's boiling like that, we're gonna add in our slurry. Stir, stir, stir. And that is going to make this a little bit more jelly-like, right? Not jelly-like, but just thick. And you can see the structure that's already changing. Kill the heat. There we go, pour it back in. And we're just gonna let this seep all the way through until we are done. Make sure these are in. Actually, you know what? We're gonna just keep it like this. Press it down if anything, all right? Cool, cool. That's what we got for that. And we're gonna put this off to the side over here while we are doing our do. Right, so that's going to stay there until we are ready to assemble the sandwich, which is fine. As it cools, it's going to get nice and thick. It'll be a nice thick boy, you know? Not like me, I'm not thick at all. Like, this is as far as I can stick out my belly. Here, let me make sure you guys get that side profile. Like, this is as far as I could stick out my belly. I wish I'm exaggerating, but I'm not a thick boy. They say don't trust a skinny chef. Sometimes you shouldn't fucking trust me. Sometimes you shouldn't. This is not one of those times though, so don't worry. You're in good hands this time, folks. How you doing, Joke? How you doing? All right, so the next thing that we are going to do, we're gonna take this pot. We don't need this anymore. We are going to start our frying pot, right? So, guys, if you guys were in this channel before for season 1, you guys know how I feel about frying. You gotta be safe with it. Shit's dangerous. Look, I don't have a vent system or anything in this studio right now. I'm dealing with flames. How am I doing it? I'm coughing, that's how I'm doing it. I'm a man's man is what kind of man I am. Anyways, so a lot of it has to deal with safety, guys. What we are going to do is fill this up, not all the way. You never want to fill up a fryer pot all the way, ever, ever, ever. You want to make sure it's nice and wide, because if it's not wide, then it's gonna fill up a lot faster when you add stuff into it. Not necessarily oil, just stuff in general, right? So cornstarch back up there. We are done with this veg oil, finally. Only took 10 years. We're gonna add some more vegetable oil. All right, and I only need like that much, right? This is, because this is like a 2-gallon pot, I'm only doing like half a gallon, 2 quarts worth of oil in this pot. So, it doesn't need to be that much. It just needs to be enough to fall. Oh God, you're I wish I could see the followers from Twitch. The chat doesn't let me do it, but thank you for the follow, you. All right, so we're just gonna put this on here for now. In the meantime, we are going to cut up our cabbage, and you know what? I'll put this end of cabbage in that stock because I love how cabbage kind of infuses into stuff, that flavor. I hated cabbage as a kid. Now it's like one of my favorite things, right? So we are just going to make some strips with this. We are going to take off the core. All right. So there's nothing wrong with this. It's just, it's hard to eat, you know. It braises very, very well watch, by the time we're done with that, straining everything out for that, it's gonna be nice and soft, right? But we are gonna eat this cabbage raw. So we are just going to cut this all down. Whenever you guys cut like this too, always cut up, don't go down. It's not safe, but you guys do yourself, I don't care. You guys cut yourself and be like, wait, but I was told not to do this and I did it anyways. It's like, well, that's on you. Your fault, buddy. All right. So this was like a quarter of a cabbage. And look at how much cabbage we got. This is gonna be more than enough for all of our salads that we have, right? All of them. So let me grab a container for this now. I'm gonna put this all in there. Hell, I might as well just make sauerkraut while I'm at it. I'm not going to. I don't have the space, and you don't want to do sauerkraut in this kind of vessel. If we had a glass vessel, for sure. All right, so we got that ready to go. We don't need that. And the next thing we are going to do is we are going to get our station set up for our... I don't think there is more cutting that needs to be done, but it won't be until the very end. Next thing we are going to do is get our station set up for the frying, but we got to get our dredge station going. So what we are going to do is we're going to grab bowls. And I got 3 bowls here, right? 1, 2, 3. Now, I don't have any flour up here, but I got cornstarch and I got potato starch. And actually, a mixture equal parts between the two will be a-okay. You can do all potato starch, you can do all cornstarch, it's not the end of the world. The main function of these starches is mainly to get the egg to stick to the meat. Oh shit, well that's more than half, but whatever. We're gonna use it. It's not the end of the world. All right, let me just whisk this up a little bit. Whisk that little mixture up, oh yeah, like so. All right, and get the bird's eye so you guys can see exactly what this is. All right, so that's gonna be more than enough for that. The next thing we are gonna do is add our eggs. So guys, eggs, stupid expensive right now. So expensive that even Waffle House is now imposing a tariff of their own. They're doing a surcharge. It's like an extra $2 for every egg or some shit. That's an extreme amount of money, guys. Eggs in the restaurant industry are actually really good money makers, right? The dinner I'm doing for the sake event that I'm doing next month is actually one course is an actual egg, right? But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that anymore. But I think I'm going to push for it because it's going to give the people like understand like, oh, these guys have balls. No, we don't have balls. We have huevos. That's what we got. All right. So what we're going to do is put our eggs in there. Now these are not even like extra large eggs. These are just medium sized eggs. These aren't even large, right? So if you guys can find medium eggs, they're actually pretty hard to find in grocery stores, but they are cheaper. They are cheaper, believe it or not. And we are going to whisk this up on its own. Let me just wipe this off. So we want to, one, make sure that there is no white showing. So it needs to be one solid color. But there's more that we can do to stretch this out, right? And if you guys do not know this trick, then I'm going to save your life. This works for anything else. There's so much protein in eggs, you can go the distance with them. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some water to them. So we add some water, and we are also going to season it a little bit with some soy. All right, some soy, like soy, just a little bit. And that's gonna help the eggs taste a little bit more like itself. Just believe it or not, it really works. And we are actually going to season this flour a little bit too. Stir it up. It doesn't need to be too much because we are dressing everything. It's gonna be a-okay, folks. A little bit more, it's fine. All right. And the next thing we are going to do is we're gonna add our panko in this one, right? So panko, it's breadcrumbs. What's so special about panko? Let me show you guys. I'm not sure if you guys can really see, but it's very, very coarse. It's not fine like most breadcrumbs that you see like for the Italian stuff. It's very, the more surface area a crumb or anything has, the crispier it's going to be, right? So what's going to happen with that is it's going to create a much crunchier bite when you do it. I'm not gonna get on Brawl right now, Brawl. I'm not gonna do it. So that crunchier bite is going to make it just more satisfying. And there is a difference between crispy and crunchy. We want crunchy for this, right? So now we got this set up. We're just gonna add this so we have a place to put our stuff. We're gonna go ahead and turn on the heat. We're gonna get this as high, and we wanna get it to around 300 to 350 degrees. 325 to 350. That's always, for any fry job you ever do, that's always a really good place to start, right? Sometimes you need to go lower. Very rarely you need to go higher. So, you know, it's okay to just fuck around and find out a little bit with that, as long as you're okay with burning or having some undercooked food every now and then. So next step, we are going to grab our pork. We got some nice all natural pork. I don't know if I've ever had pork that wasn't all natural, but you know, I don't know why they need to put it there. It makes it some cooking shit, right? So we got our pork, and we are going to salt very well. But before we do that, we are going to put our gloves on. And the reason why is because there's another trick. Whenever you guys are doing a fry job, bend over. Oh. All right, guys, come on, bend over. I'm waiting. Oh, all right. We are going to salt these liberally. Don't be scared with the amount of salt you guys put on. A lot of this is actually going to come off, right? So it's a-okay. But during this process, a lot of it's also going to get absorbed. Like I said, these are thicker pork chops. So we want that. We want that good, right? So, guys, we want one hand wet and one hand dry. So the way that I do it, personally, I will do my left hand to be the wet and my right hand to be the dry, because there's two dry processes. I'm right-handed. And I get it all over the place like I did right there. Generally, you don't want to use bowls. Bowls are all that I really had on hand up here. I have multiple of. But you want to have a much flatter surface when you guys do this. All right? And we're going to dip into the egg. And the whole purpose of the egg is to actually coat the flour. So that way, the flour has something to stick on, or the panko has something to stick onto, right? And we're going to just do it like this. Get it nice and crispity dippities. Now, we are going to, this is coating number 1, and we're going to keep it for coating number 1 for now. Because we're going to see how much egg we have left over after we are done doing all 4 of these. So again, we're going to do our dry. Make sure it's coated all the way. Shake off any excess. Into the web we go. All right. And a reason why you want to have one hand wet, one hand dry, is so that way you are not building up like a bunch of like sediment on your fingers itself. You'll be surprised how fast that stuff builds up when you do that. Again, we go again. So we are going to check our oil here shortly. And it looks like we might have enough to do a double dredge of everything. And a double dredge is what's going to happen is it's just going to make it that much more crummy. And the trick with that is I'll show you with this one right here. Like so. So this is our first one right here. And our second dredge. We're going to put this all right back in the egg again. And we're gonna get like that extra coating. So I was doing a lot of R&D on this. There is some extra stuff I wanted to try and do. I just kind of ran out of time. Substitute for the flour I was really thinking of, we're gonna go ahead and do that for all these, is actually, you know, like those instant mashed potatoes that you guys see? The instant mash instead of flour. I think that'd be a great substitute. And even putting some of that instant mash as some of your breadcrumb as well in your panko. That'd be fucking sick. All right. We have, look at that. We had enough egg for 2 eggs, out of 2 eggs, to essentially do 8 pork chops, guys. 8. Coating them. That's crazy. It's crazy, guys. All right. And we're going to double coat this one as well. Look, if we really wanted to, we could have done 9. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And you'll see over time, like the more you do this, a lot of that extra stuff is going to go on this stuff. We're just going to go ahead and pour anything extra that we have on this. And whatever sticks, sticks. And whatever doesn't, not the end of the world. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take these off. We're going to wipe this area down a little bit. But before we do that, we're going to check our oil. So it is starting to shimmer, which is fine. And where is where's my thermometer? Oh, it's right here. So we do, like I said, we want to aim for, all right, it's at 300 right now, 320, 330. All right, we are at that threshold, it's looking like. Yep, we are at that threshold for sure. So we are going to drop our stuff in. Let me just go ahead and do this really fast. I just turned down the heat, which is fine. We only need to maintain from this point. Let me just throw this flour away really fast. And this egg. All right. Put these away. We'll just keep that there. All right, so next step. We are actually going to fry these now. Let's just move this over. So since we are at that threshold, we are going to slowly, let's kind of move it around slowly. What this is going to do is kind of help prevent it from sticking to the bottom while maintaining all of its crispies. And these are only going to fry for like 4 or 5 minutes. Actually, maybe even 7. All right, and we did turn down the heat. It just needs to maintain. We are going to clean this up a bit. Like so. So, like I said, we turn it down because we don't want them hot. Stupid hot, at least. And let it do its thing. And you see it's already getting really golden, which is great. And let's put these sauces away. We're gonna put this here. And because all the heat source, again, is at the bottom, we are just gonna turn them. Because I do not want everything focusing on one side. It is still fairly shallow, but it is still deep fried, right? And sure, I could put more oil in there, that's fine. I'm just choosing not to. Because I don't want to save too much fryer oil, but you can. You guys should save your fryer oil. It will actually last a hell of a lot longer than you guys think it will, right? Now, when you add something into the fryer, it's going to cool down. We think. So like, let's check our temperature right now. Yeah, we're just sitting at 320, which is fine, right? Ooh. And that's good. That's a good maintaining fryer, like temperature. It's Gucci. Gucci, I'm a Gucci, yeah. So you see it's starting to leak the juices from the inside of the pork, which is great. Flip one more time. Oh. Careful when you do flip it. If you flip it and splashes all over the place, you're gonna burn yourself. It's not fun getting burnt with fryer oil. I know. I've gotten some pretty bad burns. Pretty bad some shit. How you doing, Kaylee? Oh, hi, Kaylee. Hi. I was able to do the multi-streams now for TikTok, so you're in luck. You're in fucking luck. Oh, yeah. So let's check the viscosity on our sauce. And you see it's syrupy. We want that. And it's gonna get even more syrupy as it gets even colder. And we want that, right? Because this is that good, that fucking good. And we're gonna strain it again here before we actually serve it. So Chef Steps, like I mentioned, they're working on a Katsu class right now. And I was like, fuck, I need to beat them on this because there's a lot of stuff that I know that they are gonna probably like say like, oh, no one else is doing it. It's like, no, I've been doing this. I've been doing this shit. I like looking at their stuff. I'm gonna show you one of those things. If you guys follow Chef Steps, they are amazing. They're based out here in Seattle as well. They are like, they do some really, really, really high production stuff. They're awesome, right? But we're talking about my wheelhouse right now. So we're looking very GBD. Now, when you store it like this, how it's flat, all that dredge, that oil is gonna stick to the bottom. So a trick, put it on its side if you guys have the ability to. But look at how thick these are. They're gonna stick on their own. They're sticking side by side. A lot less surface area, but you're gonna maximize that crunch. As it cools down, it's still gonna cook a little bit on the inside, but that outside's gonna crisp up even harder now. Like as soon as I drop these other ones, we're gonna do a mic test, that scrape test, so you guys can get that nice crispy ASMR. And we are going to drop our next two in. All right. Make sure it's nice and douchey. All right. We got those going right there. And here. Let me grab my hand. I'm trying to do this so I don't burn myself. Yeah, you guys want to hear that. I know. Oh, yeah. So that's pretty much what we're looking at. And this is like a really nice color that we're looking for and everything. So in the meantime, while that's cooking, we are going to go ahead and strain this one more time. And we're going to pour this in a quart container. All right. And you guys see how viscous it is right now. That's what we are looking for. Oh yeah, it's gonna cool down and it'll get even thicker. That's Gucci though. Just press it, strain all those extra juices. Oh yeah, oh fuck yeah, creme fraiche. Right, we're gonna taste it. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, so good. We're gonna put it in the fridge for now. We'll speed up that cooling process, make it a little bit thicker before. We'll just put this over here for now. So Gucci, oh, so good. I'm excited for the sandwich now. So, while that's cooking, we're gonna go ahead and see if I have any Q pie up here. I might not, but I do have some. But I do, fuck yeah, all right, sick. Guys, I don't know if anyone's told you, Q pie mayo. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Sebastian. All right. Anyways, where was I? Q pie mayo. This is where the May goes. I don't know where I was going with it. King of mayonnaise. If you guys have to substitute it, Duke's. Duke's is fucking awesome. You guys got Hellmann's? It'll do, but fuck Hellmann's, right? Or Hellmann's, whatever it is. Get fucking Q pie. It's goddamn delicious for a reason. But I'm not at liberty to tell you what that reason is. All right? So So we are frying, we're fryolating. Now you notice that these ones are gonna take a little bit longer to get that GBD. That very first fry is always, 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 no matter what fry job you ever do, always gonna be the most aggressive fry job, because it is the hottest it will ever be unless you crank that Soldier Boy up to 11. And we don't do that shit here. Fuck Soldier Boy. He scams people, right? But we are still going to flip it regularly. And you notice now, you can even see right here how some of it's more brown than the other. That's because all that heat source is on the bottom, like I was saying before, what we were trying to prevent. It's fine, it's gonna be Gucci. They're just not gonna be as, like these boys. Crispity dippity. So good, all right? So we got that, and we got some bread. Now, normally you use milk bread, but I don't have any milk bread. You don't have milk bread? Plain white loaf works just as fine. It's okay. White bread is fucking great. But I saw this, braided challah, and I was like, I think challah might actually work with this. And it's almost kind of, when you think about it, the shape of the pork cutlets. So it's like, why not? Let's fucking try it. And I get to cut it at the length that or the width that I want it to. So we're gonna cut some challah really fast. Save some of that. And I have not had this bread in a very long time. It's very dense. Because it's so dense, it's not a good sandwich bread. However, I think it's gonna be great for the katsu because it's gonna absorb all the extra stuff that we have going on for it. So I think we're gonna be in good territory. But it's dense in like the not normal way. If that makes sense, right? It's still good bread though. All right. And it's braided. All right. I'm gonna make a nice thick cut. Another nice thick cut. I think that's actually kind of perfect. We're just gonna, that looks just like a fucking pork chop. I think it's gonna be the perfect size, which is great. That's what we're aiming for, guys. All right. So, while that's frying, it's almost ready. Almost. So, we don't need this anymore, but we will move that when these are done. I don't want it yet. Almost. But I am going to kill the heat because that fryer oil is still going to cook quite well. Quite well. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, you popped at me. I don't like it when you pop at me. You got me, piece of shit. Bad pork. I can't pork you, because that's not frowned upon. You know. I can't pork, guys. You can't pork. All right, we're going to put these over here again. Ah, no. That's okay. Those are dried off anyways. Come on. It's a fat boy. Ah. Okay, that one's not going to cooperate, but this one should. And we will strain that one. We'll strain all this oil when it cools down a bit, but we are going to just leave it here for now. Can't fuck with hot oil. The fastest way to cool down hot oil is to add cold oil. That's it. That's the only thing you can do. Straight up. Putting it in the freezer won't do anything, all that. It's very, very dense stuff, right? So, we're gonna go into assembly mode, folks. Into assembly mode. All right. So we need to get our sauce, real sauce. No ketchup, just sauce. We got our bread, which is good. Now, I'm debating whether or not, okay, so this bread is, this slice is a little bit too small. So we gotta go this one. I'm still gonna eat that though. Open face Sandooooo, there we go. All right. So, first things first, we need to do cube high on both ends of the bread. All right? Both ends. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, yeah. All right? Some cube pie. It's cube pie. And we're going to do some of our cabbage on the bottom. The bottom slice. And whenever I do burgers and everything, I almost want this to kind of like do this. But anyways, when I do burgers, I always put the toppings on the bottom. I know it sounds weird, but when you put it on the bottom, you're gonna taste everything a lot more aggressively. It's very tasty. And we're gonna put this right on top, and it's like that perfect curvature, right? And we are gonna put some of our Katsu sauce on this. Oh yeah, let it soak. Oh yeah, just drip all over the board. Put this on top, like so, and press. And then we are going to cut right down the middle, like so. Oh, and I'm not going to do the cross section until I put it on the plate. Okay. But we got a perfect plate right here. Just a nice white plate. Oh, Katsu Sandooooo. That's perfect. Gotta take a picture of it now. Oh yeah. Camera. Oh. Oh yeah. So, we have to cheers. Facing. Oh yeah. I know you guys are thinking, oh, it's too pink, it's too raw. No, trust me, it's perfectly fucking cooked. It's perfectly cooked. Oh. And one of my favorite sandwiches. It's so good. Guys, why do I do this to myself? Normally, my favorite thing to eat this with is just a side of plain white rice. But I did this thing called not cooked rice. I fucked up. I was even going to do it for tonight's stream too, just for this. Mm. Mm. Oh, it's so good. The bread works better than I thought it would. Because of how dense it is, it doesn't break through, right? Like, it doesn't tear itself apart. It soaks up all the sauces like it's supposed to. Oh no. Pork got away. Fuck. Guys, we did this in 50 minutes. Like, ate our food and cooked everything in 50 minutes from start to beginning. Crazy. And with only one burner. And we did enough food for 4 of these sandwiches. Come on. Dude, half of that is already filling. Like, a whole other half. Look how thick this is. Look at it. Look at it. Mmm. That's so good. Oh, okay. I have to do the thing where I have to force myself to stop eating because I'll be too lazy and I can't clean up. I got a mess to clean up, guys. There's fucking flour everywhere. That's so good. Ah! All right. All right, guys. Don't be scared to talk, have these interactions with me and everything. I appreciate when you guys do that. It's not like I'm a big time. Oh yeah, thank you for the follow. You make me moist when you do that. Oh, hold on. I gotta take a sip of this soda. Cause I can't put on stream. Cause then I get branded, copied, or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. Some nerd shit. I don't know. With this said, guys, we will be live again tomorrow. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be awesome. I don't know what I'm cooking yet, but we will see. Guys, thank you so much for watching me on today's episode of Cooking with Uber Stuff. I gotta fucking clean. I gotta take out the recycling today too. I gotta take all the trash. Damn it. Oh, recycling. Fucking recycling. Oh well. It's part of life, right? To save the environment. It's what we do. That's what I am. I'm an environmentalist, guys. Thumbs up. Also, this week, either tomorrow or Thursday, we are going to do a stream where all these are going to be planted. And you guys, if you guys want some seeds put in, make sure you're a part of that. Ask me for the info. We'll put in some seeds. We'll watch your plant grow. How cool is that? Anyways, guys, how you go? Hey, who I am. How are you doing? Came in right towards the end. Ugh. I'm dying. It's that bird flu, guys. It's not the bird flu, but you know, might as well be with all that coming around. Guys, thank you so much for coming in and watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Be here or don't be here. That's what the cool kids say, right? All right, guys. I love you. Kisses. Oh, thank you, Kevin Rodriguez, for the follow. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow or maybe tonight on video game.